The most invaluable part of our body is the brain. And that's what we're going to talk about today. It's our anatomical fuse box that flips all of the body's switches. But what if a fuse blows? If it happens in the thalamus, the portion of the brain that controls our movements, the repercussions can be debilitating. Brain cells talk to each other by sending chemical messages like this baseball into receptors on other cells. The new cells get their orders and they move forward. Sometimes the receptor doesn't get the baseball because it gets batted into the outfield. One of the complications in that condition is called essential tremors. It affects more than 5 million Americans. Thomas Cushing has suffered with this condition for many years. He undergoes major brain surgery to reduce his uncontrollable shaking.
Thomas Cushing didn't go to a doctor for the problem until last year. He always thought it was just nerves. And then, 3 years ago, his wife died. The loss had a direct impact on the condition.
She did so many things for me. I think since then, I've gotten worse and worse. I can't go to a restaurant because I'm ashamed. I shake, I spill stuff.
When he did seek help, Thomas's doctor tried various medications. None worked. Finally, he was tested and diagnosed with a condition called essential tremor, a disease of the brain, not the nerves like Parkinson's.
There's an area in the brain called the thalamus, and this is a small region deep in the brain that's causing Mr. Cushing's tremor. What we're going to do is identify that area using our surgery and mapping techniques. Once we find the right area for the tremor, we're going to be implanting a pacemaker in that area to stop the tremor. I'm going to keep your head like this for a while, so that's why it's important to be comfortable.
Before the procedure, Tom's brain was scanned and the images were put into a computer, allowing the surgeon to navigate.
Let me just get a baseline on him right now. Bring your fingers together. Don't touch them, bring them together.
Dr. Ali Rezai then gets a record of Thomas's level of function for comparison during surgery.
Okay, now draw a circle for me.
A circle?
Yeah, continuous circle.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Okay, okay, that's our baseline, okay? Well, we're gonna improve on that today. Entire surgery can take anywhere from 4 to 8 hours. And also he's older, so it's gonna be more complicated to do the surgery on him. He's a higher risk patient.
The risk is worth it to Tom. He has a 70% chance of reducing the tremor in his right hand. If this works, he'll consider a second surgery for the left. Tom is heavily sedated at first.
So this is the microelectron recording apparatus. This is gonna go into the cannula, it's into the brain right now. Do you see right there? And now we're gonna do the mapping part. For this part, he has to be awake. So he's awake because we have to listen to the activity of the brain and look at the activity of the brain until we can find the right area. And the ears.
The purpose of the surgery is to find where the tremor is located so that an electrode can be attached to the spot and stimulated later with a pacemaker. The green lines are coordinates to the thalamus, where it is believed the tremor originates.
These lines here show us the various subsections of the thalamus. It's the essentially like a grand central station of the brain. Is a central relay station.
Do you feel anything then?
No.
A hair-thin probe to the thalamus and Thomas's verbal and physical reactions are the doctor's tools for finding the point of the tremor's origination.
Anything?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
In my cheek and my hand.
Okay.
Okay. As we speak, the electrode is being pushed very slowly in increments of 1,000th of a millimeter at a time into the brain.
1 hour into surgery, the team knows they've encountered the sensory part of the thalamus.
If we get the face area, that means that we're too far to the middle of the brain. If we get the leg area, we're too far to the side.
The doctors move the probe to the edge of the sensory area where the motor skills are located.
So we want to be in the middle where the arm is.
The crackling or popping noise is the sound of the brain talking to an area of the body.
That sound indicates that these cells in the thalamus are modulating their activity in response to movement. So it's helping us fine-tune our mapping part and find out where we need to go.
Finally, after 3 hours, the team has found the spot on the brain they believe is causing the tremor.
Okay.
It's time to implant the permanent electrode. The device has 4 switches that can be turned on and off once it's in place.
So you can see how it's all being aligned here. It's like a bullseye, cross, and a circle.
Hold your hand up like that.
Longer I hold it, the worse I get.
Okay,
I
that's
see.
fine.
They tweak the positioning several times.
Yep, very good.
What do you want, my name?
Nope, spiral
Circles.
first.
Spiral first.
Okay.
Perfect. Very nice. This is the spiral before and after here. That's pre-op. That's the spiral, that's the spiral. I would say a 90% reduction here.